Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Sandra. Today's video is going to be a tag video. I was tagged by Morgan back in October of 2019. So I'm very late to doing this, but yeah, there are other videos and I completely forgot. But now I'm here to film the video, so yeah, here we go. I think there are 10 questions in this tag, so we'll just jump straight into it. So I spoke lies, there are actually 8 questions in this tag video. So the first question is, how old is your channel? My channel is actually about 2 years old, so I feel like doing, well, this is not a Booktube newbie tag. Wow, not a Booktube newbie tag. So, you know, that's alright. Yeah, my channel is about 2 years old. I think we're in February, so yeah, it's definitely 2 years old in February. What are my favourite videos to make? My favourite videos to make are actually the sort of videos that are bookish related, but aren't specifically me talking like about the books that I have read or like that I want to read. So what I mean by this is, like, last year I did three videos that are sort of based around books. So like I did the Inner Free Library tour, I did a video around London Book Fair, I did a video on like visiting some bookshops in Glasgow. So I just mean things that are centered around books but aren't necessarily just obviously here I read this book, these are my thoughts. And yeah, so I just really like making those because I feel like it's definitely about books, but it just, I don't know, it expands a bit further, it's a bit more interesting, especially in the sense of London Book Fair. I won't be going this year, I CBA, I'm not going to lie, like I have, between work and uni, I just don't have the time and also the funds, like between work, uni and the holidays I'm going on. I don't have the funds to be going down to London Book Fair, but you know, London Book Fair is obviously a trade event where publishers go and obviously meet other publishers, but you as an individual can go. I'm not sure what it's like if you're an individual that like works outside of publishing and you know, you have an actual job. If you're a student, you can go for free, and obviously if you work in publishing, I'm sure your company will set you up. But yeah, those kind of videos, and obviously like bookshop videos are just really nice because, you know, it's nice to visit bookshops in general, but it's nice to go and see bookshops in other cities. And obviously I've never been to Glasgow before I like moved here. I'd never been to Scotland before I moved here, so yeah. What was the other video I spoke about? Oh, the Inner Free Library tour, which is obviously like a library, but it's literally in the middle of nowhere, but it was just obviously an interesting thing to do. The third question is, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone wanting to join Booktube? I have to go with the old age thing that everyone says, just start. Simply because you won't really know any challenges or any troubles or the things you enjoy until you start. If you're wanting to start a Booktube channel because you like talking about books, then you know, you're well within your right to start. Like, what's putting you off? I think there are so many niches on Booktube that you can still start a channel and, you know, someone will watch you religiously and just really like the content that you put out. There are so many like large and small booktubers that I watch that I really love because I like the stuff that they do. And some booktubers I watch, they don't necessarily even have the same reading taste as me. I just like hearing them talk about books. Like, that's how I know I'm a little geek. But I think that's really then a really strong case for starting, because whilst, you know, maybe you're not influencing people to buy books, people are still watching you because they enjoy you, like enjoy hearing you talk about books. And I think obviously that's the main purpose of YouTube, to get views and stuff like that. But obviously if you're a booktuber, to inspire people to pick up the books that you really like. And even if they don't, like, just the fact that people like watching you because they like hearing what you have to say about those books, one day you might convince them to buy a book. So yeah, if you're wanting to start a Booktube channel, just start. Like, you know, equipment, people always talk about equipment and other things and how you can start with anything that you have, and you really can. Like, if you've got a good phone, like, you know, these high quality phones these days, then you can just use your phone to film. Like, I have no idea how to say it. I have this phone, which is like the Huawei P20 Pro or whatever. I don't film on my phone, to be fair, but I'm sure I could with the back camera, not the front camera. I could. So, you know, just start with whatever you have. The fourth question is, since joining, have you run into any unforeseen challenges? It's just time and actually wanting to film sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to film, you have like the great sort of end plan or output in your head, but you are very much not bothered to actually do the work that's required for it. So yeah, for me, I think it would just be the amount of time that, like, obviously it takes to film, like set up filming. I think set up filming would be the one that I would say, unless you have a dedicated like space to film, in which obviously I do have certain areas that I film in, but obviously I have to take my camera to those different areas and then set them up, and sometimes that can just be really off-putting. I also think the unforeseen challenge was the type of videos I would put out. I mean, it's all very well and good, like putting out wrap-up videos and stuff like that, but sometimes even just like as a creator, you just get kind of bored with those videos. So sometimes you just want to like be a bit more creative, and it's the planning around that, how that's going to be executed. And for me personally, I have to fit that in around work and uni, and they are both very time consuming things, so sometimes it's just a bit easier not to do it. But I would definitely say that is a challenge, like creative videos, but also just actually setting up the camera and sitting down and filming. I would say my favourite book or series that I've read because of Booktube, one has been because of a subscriber, and that is the Themis files. I actually have one of the books behind me, but that last book I didn't like. I really enjoyed the first book. The second one, it was okay, but I really enjoyed the first book. Like, I thought it was spectacular. Another book that I have read specifically because of like Booktube, I heard of it ages and ages ago, like so long ago. Like, this book has been out, I don't know, since like maybe 2013. But it's Chavs, The Demonization of the Working Class by Owen. Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts talks about this a lot, and just like in the last sort of second half of the year she has been talking about a lot, and I kept saying, like, writing comments and like, I'm gonna read that, and then when I went home for Christmas, my friend actually has the book, she hasn't read it, so I was just like, I'm just gonna borrow that from you. I actually recently finished reading it and I absolutely adored it, so I wouldn't have picked that book up if I hadn't heard Jean talk about it repeatedly. Another book I'm going to speak about is Sight by Jessie Greengrass. I may have read this book, like, if it hadn't been for Booktube, but I think it would have taken me a while. And it would have taken me a while anyway. The only reason I actually ended up reading it was because I saw it in my local library. But I think it was on the Women's Prize for Fiction shortlist, maybe. I don't think it was last year, I feel like it was the year before, and loads of people were talking about it. And to be honest, when I was seeing people talk about it, I wasn't like, wow, I need to read this book. I just thought, that book sounds interesting, and like I might pick it up one day. And then, because it was in my library, I was like, actually I've heard quite a bit about this book, I'm going to pick it up. And I absolutely ended up loving it, so you know, it was a result. I gave all of those books 4 out of 5 stars, so 4 for Sight by Jessie Greengrass, 4 for Chavs, and 4 for Sleeping Giants. And the 4 is just for that book. I think the next book in the series I gave a 3, and the other one I gave a 2. So yeah, it's heavily influenced by YouTube, but absolutely loved it. The 6th question is, overall, what was your favourite aspect about Booktube? Honestly, I'm going to be like everyone else and say the community. But for real, like it's about being able to chat to people about the books you're reading, about the books they're reading, commenting on other people's videos, but obviously people who don't even like have YouTube, or not have YouTube, have a Booktube channel, they obviously have YouTube as they're typing comments to you. But it's just about that sort of discussion, the talk, just finding out about new books as well. It's brilliant. Like, before I started Booktube, it wasn't a reason that I joined, because I never interacted in the Booktube community. Like, I just used to watch a lot of beauty videos and stuff like that. So I completely just dived in, having not done anything else in the community before. But it's so nice, it's such a nice community. You get to like buddy read with other people and just get to talk to people about books you like what's not to love about that. Like, the 7th question is, want to spread the Booktube love? Yes, question mark. Great. Give at least one newbie a shout out. This is where I have to admit that I am a terrible person for finding like new people on Booktube. The 8th and final question is, who do you tag? I always stumble when it comes to this because, you know, I don't prepare for my videos, I just sit here and speak. But off the top of my head, I want to tag Marina, but I know she is super busy just doing other things in life. And I also want to tag A Time to Share Books. Again, you know, she's super busy in life doing other things. I would tag Pauline. I feel like Pauline is always my go-to because I do adore her, but I know she's already been tagged to do this video. I'm not sure if she's actually done it, but there is that. So yeah, if I think of anyone else to tag, I will actually just leave their channel name in the description box down below, and then you will know you have been tagged. But yes, that is it for this tag video. I hope you enjoyed this video. One thing I will actually say is, if you have any sort of requests for videos that you would like to see me do, please do leave them in the comment section down below. It would be interesting to know if anyone, like, you know, would want a specific video from me. But otherwise, I'll keep doing what I like doing, and yeah, I will catch you in my next video. Bye!